guys, welcome to today's video. Happy Wednesday. So today's topic's a little bit different, but it's something that you may have never thought about before and that you need to start thinking about. So starting with a story, anecdote, back in my life, I used to be terrified, and still am working on this, but terrified of investing in myself. Terrified of spending money on myself, buying myself clothes, doing anything that I needed versus what I wanted. All of those things just came really as a struggle to me for some reason, and I think that was partially due to my upbringing. My parents weren't poor, but they always told me to go for the bargain, go for the less expensive option, and things like that. And I think that's how we shape our reality and our view of money, is definitely how we were raised and who we surrounded ourselves with when we were growing up. And so for me, I'd always had trouble thinking of spending more money than I had in my account and things like that, even if they were things that I truly wanted or needed. And the first time that I actually really invested in myself was when I first started competing. So I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that I was going to compete, and if I was going to compete, I was going to do everything I could to win, to do my best, I guess. So that came down to hiring a coach. So that was when I first dropped money and hired a coach to help me get to the stage. And then a lot of things came up along that, because if you've ever competed, you know it's very a big investment, all in all, through and through. And so I ended up having to buy a bikini that costs money, that cost a lot of money for me at the time. And to me, that was like an astronomical amount of money to spend on competing, but because I so badly wanted that for myself, and I knew that I was going to succeed if I had all of these resources and things to get me there, I had trouble, but it didn't stop me from spending or investing in those things. Then I ended up winning that competition. And that was just one example. And then I ended up actually taking the leap and investing in competing on a national stage, which is no small feat. You have feet. You have to buy a ticket, you have to buy a new suit, you have to get your hair and makeup done, all of those things. And because I so badly wanted to do that, and I knew that I could do really well at it, like I didn't have a doubt that I would do well, my best. So I had no problem investing in those things. And so I think that the reason I tell you this isn't so that you'll compete or so that you'll go get your nails done every 2 days. But I tell you this because without those things that I had invested in myself, I would have had a much harder, lonelier road, and would have lacked a lot more confidence in my endeavors. And so I'm still to this day like making these investments. Like I moved to Los Angeles to improve my quality of life and to improve my livelihood and to challenge myself. Because when I first came out here, I knew that I would make it. I would figure it out. So I didn't have any problems coming out here, I guess. I wasn't afraid of failing, so I didn't have any issues with getting an apartment out here and living out here for at least a few years. And I think that that's a really hard mentality to adopt or overcome. And I'm still working on this, to be honest, guys. Like I've definitely had some struggles with investing in myself because I've been afraid to invest in the wrong thing. Because I've done that too. I've invested in the wrong thing. Something that I felt I needed, that somebody else convinced me I needed, that I didn't really actually need. And the reason for that was because I didn't have confidence in myself to be able to do this thing that I invested in. And that's a whole different topic. But the most important thing is that when you feel scarce and when you feel like you can't spend money on yourself, you're limiting yourself from reaching a greater potential. Whether that's in your health or in your business or in your job or accepting a higher position because you're afraid of stress or like things like that. Don't be afraid to invest your time or your finances in something that will project you higher, right? Right at the instance that you see something or you hear of something, you know that's for me. And then your mind goes, but I don't know if I can afford it. Don't put a price tag on something like your livelihood or something like your peace of mind or something like your potential, because those things could cost $10,000 and that might seem like a lot to you, or maybe they cost $500 and that seems like a lot to you. If you feel like it's a lot, that's probably a good thing, because that means that whatever it is, you're really going to appreciate it. So, or it's really going to help you. And I'm trying to make this as general as possible so it can apply to your situation. But like for me, at some point I'm gonna have to hire someone to create a new product for me, or I'm going to have to buy into a mastermind or hire a coach, a business coach or something like that. At some point in time, that's gonna come along. And I have to have a mindset of abundance, a mindset that whatever I'm going to invest in, that's not spending my money and making it go away to nowhere. That's spending money so that I can get something back eventually out of it, or double that investment. It can be as simple as being willing to get your hair done, because that will improve your confidence. Like, you are not wasting $30 to get your hair cut. You are not wasting a couple grand to get a new life, or to like have someone help you along your way. So you have to shift your thinking. Think abundantly. Think of how great you will feel when you make these investments and you reap the benefits of them. And that's what I personally am trying to do. So that's why I wanted to share this quick little story with you. So this is something that I'm growing through, not going through, but growing through. And if you feel like you are stuck in this mindset, I will link this amazing talk by Tony Robbins below so you guys can hear this. But it walks you through a bunch of exercises of how to break your mindset towards money, I guess. And there's another, I'll link another book as well that I read that's about how to be a badass at making money. Even if you're in a steady job right now, this still completely applies to you. I am not here to tell you to blow all your paychecks on clothes and short-term things that don't in the long term make you happy. This is me telling you, you will have to make investments in your life to get yourself to a greater place. That is how the world works, that is how society works, and whether or not you want to believe that, it is true. And so if nobody else has ever told you this, I'm glad to be the first, but this is something that I'm learning and something that I want you guys to learn. So wherever that is, whatever is going to give you a greater day, give you a greater sense of confidence, give you greater knowledge in a subject or something like that, those things shouldn't have a price tag to them in your mind. And that is kind of where I will leave you. So you should be pondering right now, if you've watched this whole thing, thinking about different things that maybe you've been afraid to spend on or afraid to invest in. Who knows what they are, but for everybody they will be different. And think about this. Go watch the video I posted below. Go buy the book I posted if this relates to you, if this resonates with you. And I hope that this helps, but just get you thinking. That's all I want to do. I'm not here to offer you a flawless solution. I'm here to get you to think and to inspire you to do something different, and to lastly, know you can. Thank you guys for watching this video. I post videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesdays are just to get you thinking or to answer questions. So if you do have other questions that you want me to answer on Wednesdays, please pop them below. And otherwise, I'll see you guys on Friday. But thank you guys for watching. Please smash the thumbs up on this video and hit subscribe if you are new. We are almost to 1,000, my friends. I can't wait until I have like way more than that, and then I can go back and watch this video where I was almost to 1,000, because I love every single one of you, and the fact that we're almost to 1,000 is just insane to me. So I'm excited, as I say in every single video. But I will talk to you guys on Friday, but thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I hope it got you to think, and I'll see you soon. Love you.